I'm John with the Wood Ninja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode, we're going to take this 6x6 resawed cedar drop off from the last project I had. We're going to make a nice present for somebody special. Stay tuned. Oh, here we go. See my little green compass holder there? My friend Arkansas Dave gave that to me, and I do use it. So Dave, when you're out there watching this, understand I do use the tools. It's hard to believe in that menagerie of a clean work area that I could find it, but I did, amazingly. And as you can see, always keep a clean work area. That is key to good work. And I'm finding where the center of my eyes are so that I'm going to use the compass to make the eyes. So there you go. Using Arkansas Dave's compass he gave me. And just get in the center here. And I wish I could move that fast. There we are. And we got one eye, we got the other eye, just making it dark enough so you can see it. And yeah. And I think that's it. Let's see what we got. Now, always put your tools back. That is paramount. Nobody likes to go chase them. Nobody. And I'm just darkening up the lines for the eyeballs. There, you can see them pretty well. Now that chunk right there, okay, that is a true 6x6 cedar cutoff from a patio cover that I made. Now what we're doing is I'm just going to router out these eyes, get a little depth to them. Now this cutoff, this cedar cutoff, is for a lady, good, nice friend of mine, and I thought I'd do something nice for her. So immediately when I seen the cutoff, what I could do with it, I mean, usually you don't get a true 6x6 piece. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do an owl. Everybody loves owls. So this is a special gift to my friend Diane, and she'll be watching this, and she really digs the owl. I'll tell you that much. That's a little spoiler alert on there. But this is me just giving this some relief. I didn't have an actual like hole saw or paddle bit or anything large enough to go that size. So I just used the old router on that. Just the old cordless. Worked out well. Now one of my favorite things to do, and let's put some heat to it. Oh yeah, we're going to char this up because I want to look like it has feathers. And instead of drawing feathers on it, you know what's the best thing? Burn them up. That's right. Let's torch it. Again, you know, at least I have the proper foot attire this time. And yeah, we're gonna torch this guy. We're gonna make some feathers. And it really does work out well because what we do in this is all those cracks that this heat makes is we're going to put a lighter color and a darker color, and it gives the illusion of feathers of some type of texture, and that's exactly what I was going for here. And contrary to popular belief, I'm not a pyromaniac. If you've seen my videos, it seems like I'm always burning some type of project up, and this is really the exception, not the rule. The next few tables I have coming out, a few projects I have coming out, there's no flames. That's a spoiler alert for you. I'm not burning anything. It looks like we're getting close on this. You can start to see the gray areas. That's where the ash is, and that's probably what I normally like to look for, is where you really torch it in there really well. It gives it a nice alligator looking skin. And in this case, it's going to look like feathers. If you know what an owl looks like, it'll have a lot of feathers. Oh, now we're going to go to some penetrating epoxy. It's a two-part epoxy. And typically what I like to do is once I mix that up, well, it's still hot. You can see there's still embers in there. And I hit it, and you look at that. Look at the char on there. You can see that's going to really look nice when we paint it all up. Now that penetrating epoxy goes right in, sucks it right up into that guy. And then it makes it so that the charcoal doesn't smell, it doesn't come off in your hands. You can paint over the top, and it doesn't allow anything to crumble. It really stiffens up and gives the wood a lot of rigidity, as well as the charcoal. And And it doesn't take long. You can see how many times I apply that and it just sucks right in, especially the end grain. You can see that end grain just keeps on drinking. Once that sets up, usually, a few hours, maybe even the next day, what I'll do is I'll come back and then we'll start painting on it. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of time. It's not like a slow pour epoxy where it takes several days, maybe even a week or two. Some people like 3 or 4 weeks on the slow pour. The penetrating epoxy is rather quick, especially when you're dealing with a porous material like charcoal. No, there's smoky there in the background. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make some eyebrows on this guy. So what I do is I take my sander and we're gonna do some eyebrows. I think it's 40 grit sandpaper, and there we are. There's some eyebrows. Now that makes it look like an owl in the face. Now you'll see this in the end, and it really works out well. Start out with some 40 grit. I wind up going all the way down, I believe, to like 400 grit once I hit it with some epoxy and that. See, now we're painting. Again, I like to apply it and then wash it off, apply it, wash it off. And then I want to get the white down into the nooks and crannies. And then what we'll do is when you wipe that off, it gives it a nice appearance, nice look to it. Again, always keep an extremely clean work area. So you'll find everything. As you can see, everything's available to me, even the things I don't need. All right. Now that rag is damp. Now I have a sink right over to my right in there, and I keep washing off my rag, and then I'll paint it, and I'll wash it, and I'll clean it off. And that's exactly what I'm doing. See, I don't want to put too much paint in there. Now the eyes, you want them to stick out. You want them really to pop. So I'm going to not wipe that off. I'm just going to paint it in there, and we're going to call that a day. Those are big eyes, and they will show. At the end of this, you'll see they really do show well. A little bit of paint, and that paint is just some typical house paint. I think it may even be trim paint that I use for the house, and that's it. That's really all you need. It's just some type of white off-white. I've used ceiling paint before, but trim paint works well because we're going to hit this thing with some lacquer here in a hot minute. Get it cleaned down, clean it up. And I got lucky with this guy because his beak area actually had a little indentation to it. So it kind of already lended itself to be a beak. Here I'm scrubbing out some more of the paint on it, getting those cracks. I'm trying to force it in there with that brush. Then I rub off the stuff on the top. You can also hit it with a sander. I've done that too. You can paint it, get it into the cracks, come over the top with the sander, maybe 220, 320 sand grit, 400, something like that. You don't want to take a lot off, just enough to make it, just to give you that look. Apply some to the top, to the end grain here, because the owl needs to be completely painted. And again, I'm trying to clean it up the best I can with a wet rag. There you go, getting it all cleaned up. And a lot of times, like I said, I'll let it set and dry, and then I'll come back and hit it with a sander. See, there it is. It's pretty much as dry as it's going to get right there. And then I'll go to work on it. I also got to put the eyeballs in it. Got to put the beak on there. But that you can see where I sanded the eyebrows. It does look very much like an owl. It's starting to come to. It's like how many licks in a Tootsie Roll. That's what. Oh, there you go. You see, that's a little one that I did. I used nails on that one for his beak. I used nails, and this one I painted that on there because it kind of looked like it wanted to be there anyway. So it kind of lended itself to that. Here I'm using my Arkansas Dave's compass. Again, works real well. I appreciate that, Dave. Thank you. And right now I'm tracing out where I want his eyeballs. And see, I'm just doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that to how I want it to look. So I used my smaller owl that I already did as kind of just a guide on how I should paint it. So this could go on. I think I had a couple of different iterations of how I wanted his eyes. And I like to trace it out and then just the color by numbers at this point. It's a lot easier. It looks a lot sharper if we do it this way. I think I'm actually I'm not sure if I'm using acrylic paint on this or if I used my my watercolor paint over the top. I don't remember, but yeah, it'll look a lot better if you you use. I like the acrylic paint, but I do sometimes use the watercolor paints. Then what I did is I like one side, then I did the other side, let it dry, and I'm going to hit it with some lacquer, so it seals everything up and it gives it a nice shine to it. And here I'm doing the other eye with my compass, and then we just do a little paint action in here, and let's see if I like it. I think I painted these eyes several times. I didn't really like how it came out the first time, so you can see I'm adding to it. And then I add a little eyelashes, kind of like, because a female owl, you gotta add the eyelashes, of course. Those are custom. See, I don't like the left eye on that guy, so I'm gonna do a little bit more work. Okay, now I would like to show you a little something about where this particular guy came from. This is a patio cover in which I cut those 6x6 posts off, and the 6x6 posts, the leftover, that's what I made the owl from. Now that 6x12 beam header, now that's where SpongeBob SquarePants came from. And then we handed it off to this lovely lady. Here's Diane with her owl. Please like and subscribe. Tell Diane she's a wonderful lady. She is super. And I'd like to say thank you for watching. And hope you guys like and subscribe. And leave a comment. All right. See you on the next one.